So with the 2023-24 season edging ever so close to us now, in today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys 5 players I think need to start every game under Mark Hughes this season. Now, things could change, and obviously for different games, you're going to play different tactics and different systems and all that sort of stuff. But these 5, in my opinion, if they're fit and available, have to be in that starting 11. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 70 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Drop a comment in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know in your opinion which 5 players have to start if they're fit and available. Now obviously there's more than 5 that probably could be starting week in, week out, but traditionally, you do need some sort of core foundation to build the rest of your side around. Obviously, we've got a very good squad this season. I'd say, in my opinion, from what I've seen as of right now, it's better than what it was last year. We have improved. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see what loans we're going to bring in towards the later stages of the window. Mark Hughes has confirmed that as of today, there are no imminent departures or incomings as of right now, so nothing expected before the Hull game, and I doubt anything's really going to be expected before that Middlesbrough game unless something drastic does happen. But lots of competition for places, and you could certainly see a lot of different players playing in different positions maybe this season. But make sure to drop a like on there for me, subscribe if you're new as well, and let's get into player number 5. In at player number 5 then, I have gone with Daniel Oyegoke. He's come in on a seasonal loan from Brentford's B team. I believe our only player to have signed on loan as of right now. He had a loan spell with MK Dons last season. He was there for the first half of the campaign, and I think MK Dons sent him back in the January because he didn't really perform at MK Dons. But from what I've seen of him in pre-season so far, he looks really impressive in my opinion. In that first game against Bury, he played as a right-sided centre-half in a back 3 and looked composed on the ball, looked fairly solid defensively, and then he played right wing back against Getafe, and that's where I think we saw the best out of Oyegoke. Going forward, I think he's much better than defensively. Now, for some of these players, it's hard to judge them because we have only seen them with limited football as of right now, and it is just content at the end of the day, so don't take it all too seriously. But we saw against Getafe, he was taking on the Getafe fullback a lot of times, and he was getting past him. He got past him about 2 or 3 times in that first half an hour against Getafe, which was really impressive. If you consider the heat and the standard of opposition, I was really impressed with what I saw from Oyegoke. Now, don't get me wrong, Brad Halliday for last season was one of my favourite players. He's my 3rd player of the season behind Cook and Lewis. I thought he was absolutely outstanding. He was really underappreciated by some of our fans at times, but Oyegoke has come in and he's finally going to provide some competition for Brad Halliday, because as well as Luke Hendry did against Bury, I don't think Hendry is really going to be good enough, and because of his versatility, depending on the opponent that you're playing will depend on obviously the position that he does play. If we're absolutely desperate and we need to go to a back 4 and play with wingers, I'm sure he could more than do a good enough job as a right winger as well, because he seems to be able to deliver them balls into the box. Last season for MK Dons though, only managed the 13 appearances and just the 10 starts where he got no goals and no assists, but I think in this Bradford City side under Mark Hughes, he could do really well for us in this upcoming campaign, and I don't think it's, oh my goodness me, he has to start, it's an outrage if he doesn't, like some of the other players later on in the video. But from what I've seen so far, I think we've got to have Oyegoke in that side. He's got pace, he's very powerful as well, like Andy Cook, Osadebe, the way they drive forward with the ball. He's so strong on the ball, can deliver a ball into the box as well, and I certainly think he's going to get a decent amount of goal contributions for us in this upcoming campaign, and that is why I believe he should be starting in this upcoming season. In at player number 4 then, I have gone with Sam Stubbs. We brought him in on a free transfer from Exeter City in January. The 24-year-old last season managed 19 appearances, scoring 1 goal with the football club last year, kept 8 clean sheets in those 19 starts, 1.6 interceptions per game, 0.9 tackles per game, and 4.7 clearances per game as well. He averaged 7.9 total duels per 90, 2.2 on the ground, winning 60% of them, and then 5.8 in the air, winning 71% of them. He picked up 5 yellow cards as well throughout his course with Bradford City last season. Now, I was really impressed with what I saw from Sam Stubbs last season. He came in and pretty much displaced Romney Critchlow when Critchlow went out injured. Stubbs came in, formed a really good partnership with Matty Platt, and then when Platt got sent off against Crawley for the remaining games of the season, including in them playoff semi-final games against Carlisle United, Stubbs was partnered with Romney Critchlow, and I think Stubbs defensively is absolutely outstanding. The only weak point to Sam Stubbs is his pace, and he doesn't really have much of that, and I think from what I've seen so far of Stubbs, he has to be in that starting 11. Now, we've only seen Stubbs really so far in a back 4. He has obviously played a few games this pre-season in the centre of the back 3. He's played as that middle defender, and I think if you're going to play Stubbs, he has to play in that centre, so I'm not really too sure how we're going to fit Stubbs, Platt, Taylor all into a back three along with Kelly and Odesina, because I think especially Stubbs and Taylor, they're both going to be wanting to start, but I can't see either of them playing as a wide-sided centre-half because I don't think they're quick enough. I absolutely think Sam Stubbs is brilliant, and I think if he'd have been there for the full season last year, he would have been close to being a player of the year nominee and all that sort of stuff for Bradford City. I thought he was really, really good, solid defensively, and was decent from set pieces as well, and I think he's got to be in that side. I can't say I've been overly impressed with him so far this pre-season, especially in that back three. I think he suits a back four more, but for me personally, with how good Stubbs was last year, it'd be ludicrous not to have him in that starting 11 on the opening day against Crawley Town. In at play number 3 then, I have gone with a new central midfield signing, Alex Patterson. The 25-year-old has signed a 3-year contract with the football club after being released by Harrogate Town. And last season, in 31 starts, he got 9 goals and 5 assists in a really struggling Harrogate Town side. And I've been really impressed with what I've seen so far from Alex Patterson, the way he picks the ball up in midfield, turns and drives forward with it. It's something we've been missing for a very long time now. With how we've set up so far in pre-season, we're playing more one holding midfielder and 2 more number 8s, number 10s to really push on and get forward, and we've needed a goal scoring midfielder, and I feel with Alex Patterson we've definitely got that. I've been really impressed with what I've seen from him so far, especially in that game against Bury. Scored a really good goal in that one where he picks the ball up, drives forward with it. I think the ball gets played out wide, it comes back to him, and then he takes a touch, gets the ball out of his feet, strikes it, brilliant strike into that bottom corner, and it seems like we've finally got a goal scoring midfielder. With there being question marks over Jamie Walker's fitness and Emmanuel Sidibe's consistency, I think having Alex Patterson in that side, he's going to be really key for us in this upcoming campaign, in my opinion. I think he can comfortably get into double figures for both goals and assists if he keeps himself fit. Had a couple injury problems with Harrogate Town last season, but averages 0.5 dribbles per 90, 38% of them being successful. Not bad defensively as well for a more attacking central midfielder. 0.7 interceptions per game, 1.1 tackles per game, and 0.7 clearances per game as well. I'm really excited to see Alex Patterson develop as a footballer at Bradford City, and I think this one could really be an outstanding signing. In my opinion, he has to be starting week in, week out in this upcoming campaign. Now, I'm sure you can already guess who the next two are, and I was tossing and turning between these two, and I've just put number 1 above number 2 because of injuries in other positions. Obviously, in number 2, I do have Harry Lewis. Absolutely outstanding for us last season, was brilliant in 99% of the games. There was recent rumours that he was, about a week ago now, set to sign for Barnsley, but it seems their interest has cooled and they're going with other targets as their offers were nowhere near our valuations for Harry Lewis, and it looks like he is now set to stay, which is absolutely fantastic news. He was unreal for us last season. Obviously, he had some shaky moments, but who isn't at League 2 level? 25 years of age, the potential that this man still has. Obviously, he's got a year left on his contract with the option of a further year. He's absolutely incredible for us last year, and I think he's going to have another big season for us this year if he can continue his form for the majority of last campaign into this campaign, keeping 18 clean sheets last season. I think he saved 3 or 4 penalties as well out of the 7 that he did face. He was absolutely incredible for us last season, and in my opinion, obviously, he has to be starting, and he's going to be a real key figure, I feel, if we are to achieve something this season, in my opinion. And in my opinion, the most important Bradford City player for this upcoming 23-24 campaign is obviously Andy Cook. Now, he was originally in second, but recently finding out that news about Verdane Oliver going to be out for a number of months now, I think Andy Cook is going to be so key for us next season. Played all 46 matches last year. In just the 38 starts, he managed 28 goals, averaging a goal every 120 minutes, 8 assists in there as well. Scored against Bury, scored against Bolton in a behind closed doors pre-season friendly. He's continuing his form from last season after recently signing a new 3-year contract with the football club. He was unreal last season for us. There's not really too much weakness that you can say about Andy Cook. He scores goals, he chips in with assists, he's got physicality, he's a powerful runner with the ball. He's even got a bit of pace about him as well for a big lad. He can hold the ball up, header, right foot, left foot, whichever way he wants to go. He's absolutely incredible, a perfect striker, and I think now he's got a strike partner in him, whether that's Tyler Smith, Matt Derbyshire, Dylan Yumby. If we get down to the bare bones, I think that's really going to help him as well next season. I'm not so sure he'll hit the heights of 31 goals in all competitions like what he did last year. He might prove us all wrong once again, but I think he can comfortably get around that 20-25 goal mark, and I think now there's more competition in the league with strikers such as Paul Mullin, Macaulay Longstaff, David McGoldrick, the list goes on. Charlie Austin's now going to have a full season at this level. I think that's going to thrive off that even more, and he's going to want to finish as back-to-back Golden Boot winners, because I don't know how many people have done that at League 2 level, but Andy Cook is certainly going to want to do that, and he's going to want to repay Bradford City and the fans as well for giving him this new 3-year contract. Now, he absolutely deserves it, but we still had to give him that, and I'm sure that he's going to want to repay the fans once more, score a load more goals, and I'm sure I have more than enough confidence in him to continue to do that. And I think, in my opinion, he is our most important player as of right now, and he obviously has to be starting in the opening weekend match against Crawley Town. I'm going to leave it there though for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 70 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Drop a comment in as well down in the comment section down below, not only to help boost the video in the YouTube algorithm, but let me know which 5 players do you think are going to be really important for Bradford City in this upcoming campaign. Which 5 do you think have to be starting week in, week out if they are fit? Thank you very much for watching today's video. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Peace.